them in.
Hi, Lorraine. I am Kelsey. I am the occupational therapy assistant here today working with you. So I heard that you're having some shortness of breath and some, dizziness from high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You want to tell me a little bit about that? Like, what is kind of hard to do because of this?
I'd say the biggest thing that I've been having issues with is getting like my socks or shoes on. I get really dizzy and short of breath when I bend over, and then I come back up after getting it on, and then I have to sit there and catch my breath for a little bit before I get up.
Okay. Well, you know what? I can help you use some equipment to try to help preventing you from bending and that happening. So have you ever heard of a reacher, sock aid, or shoehorn?
I've heard of a shoehorn.
Perfect. So I brought all of these today that we'll go through, and I can tell you how to use them.
Perfect.
So the first one we're going to start with here is a reacher. So you're going to need to have your shoes and your socks. And I'm just going to set them down here for you, okay?
Okay.
So you have your reacher, and you just go like that, pick it on up, and bring it to you.
Nice. Easy.
So do you want to try that?
Yeah,
and I'm just going to put this down here again, also with your shoe.
And does it matter if I grab it from the toe or the top?
Nope, it just as long as you're grabbing it.
Okay. Nice.
Perfect.
Makes it really easy.
So that felt good. You didn't have to bend too much. I saw you kind of reach a little bit forward, but did you do too much bending with that?
No, I think it's once I bend, really, like when I try to reach towards the ground is when I hit my maximum.
Okay. Yeah, so you just kind of reach as far as you can, use that arm, and then pull it on towards you.
Okay.
All right, so once you have your sock, the next step we have to do is to put on the sock. And then without having to bend all the way down, so this is called a sock aid.
Okay.
So on the sock aid, you're going to just go like this. Put it on. So see there's kind of little rubber things right here?
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be close up to there so that it doesn't pull right off.
Okay.
So, and then also you want to make sure that this is pulled all the way to the end there.
Okay.
Just like that. Make sure that's in a good position, so setting it up.
Okay.
And then you just put your foot in there and pull. Do you feel comfortable doing that, or do you want to try?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay. So you just go ahead and lay it on the floor.
By the rope?
As I say, you don't have to. Because if you lose this end right here, you're going to kind of be bending, and that's kind of defeating the purpose. We don't want you to do that bending because of that dizziness and shortness of breath.
Okay.
So go ahead and use this right here, the rope, and lay it flat on the ground. Perfect. Yep. And go ahead, stick your foot all the way in, and pull on up. Perfect. And then if that still feels like it kind of needs to be pulled up a little bit,
Use the reacher again?
yes, but you have this side right here that helps kind of grip the back of the sock there and pull it up. Yep.
Nice.
There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect. So now the next step that we have is your shoes. And have you been wearing tie shoes or your slip-ons?
I've been wearing mainly slip-ons because I am having a hard time being able to stay down there long enough to tie my shoe. But I'm afraid with the slip-on that I'll slip or they'll fall off my feet.
Okay. Well, and you know what? An easy solution to that is, I get what you're saying, how you don't want to bend. It's too hard to do that and get your shoe on and sit down there. You can do a tie shoe.
Okay.
So just make sure that you grab your shoe and you tie it first. And then you go ahead and you put it on down. You can use that reacher again to pull it next to you. Some people find it easier on the side. I actually find it kind of easier if you have your foot, like with your foot behind the shoe, and you slip it on in the front.
Okay.
So this is called the shoehorn. Let me show you. You line it right up here with the heel, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and grab that. And then the best way before you start, because you can't really get the leverage, is if you sit all the way kind of to the front of your chair and you kind of at like an angle like this.
Edge of my seat?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you go ahead.
And I just slip it in?
Yep.
Shoe?
Yep.
Make sure it's at the right angle?
Yep. And you just slide it on in, pull that out, and then one more thing you can use this reacher for, it comes in very handy, is, see how the tongue's a little bit down there?
Yep, it's all crumpled up.
I can grab that shoehorn, you just can set that to the side, you're done with that one. It's all crumpled up. I like it. You can just go ahead and pull that on up.
My sock is in the way.
Worked in practice. There you go.
Perfect.
There's that way too. So I have helped other clients. They've also used that, or this one. It's a multi-purpose. This is great to pull up things also. So how did that one feel to you?
Good. It feels good having the shoe on, and I feel a little bit more safe with the ties on my shoe.
Good. So do you feel like you can do that at home?
I do, yeah. I think if I have all 3 tools, it'll definitely help me. And then maybe on days where I'm feeling a little bit stronger, I could try only using 1 or 2 out of the 3 tools.
Perfect, good. So then something else we talk about in the next session. What about your routine is also affected by this dizziness or bending over? What do you think you need help with?
In the mornings when I'm showering, after I get done showering and drying off and getting dressed, I feel exhausted already, and I have a hard time catching my breath and not getting dizzy after all of it.
Okay. Well, you know what, next session we can talk about some ways of safety in the bathroom of what you can do to not be out there that shortness of breath and not having those dizzy spells, ways that we can sit down and do some of your morning routine.
Sounds good to me.
All right, well, good. It was nice seeing you today.
Thank you.
Yes, bye.
Bye.